Hello, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. Hope everybody is doing wonderfully today. I'm just a few minutes late. I had some work to do. I had to get some shows, hopefully, for later. I need to keep that little note. I'm just getting everything sorted out. Hi, Patricia. I am a couple of minutes late. Sorry about that. Had to do some chores. And I'm about to get everything set up. There we go. I think I've got it all. You would think because I was doing things later in the day, I would be more able to be on time, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Hi, Candy. You're going to be lurking and visiting with your sister. That's awesome, dear. Family comes first. Lisa won't be here today for a while, at least not until later, because she's got family visiting her, too. So, all right. I think I did my work chore, and I'm ready to to try to visit. Hi, Linda. Are you going to be here for a while? Hi, Glenda. Nice to see you. I don't know. Are you new, maybe? Did your PT lady come today, Linda? Linda? Glenda, I'm glad to see you here. I'm going to wait just a minute for a few more people to come in before I get started. Hi, Anne. I'm so glad everybody's here. Hello, Helen. Picola's here. I have some things I want to show you guys. Hi, Julie. I guess I should get started. I don't know if you guys know it, but I got to go shopping with Picola on Friday. She lives really close to me, not too far away. I don't know exactly how far. Hi, Chester Cat. Okay. That's Dar. Hi, Dar. I don't think Dar's been here. I haven't seen Dar in a while. Of course, I haven't been online in a while, so I guess that's part of it. Yeah, it was awesome. But she brought me presents to start. I have to show you, and we have to tell Lisa that she brought me this because Lisa has one of these, and it came from Ollie's, and it has got the most amazing texture art in it. Isn't that pretty, Julie? Helen brought it to me too. Now, what it is, though, I didn't realize it at first. I think it's two parts. I was going to open it so you guys can see it. It was lots of fun. Yeah, we shopped in 8 stores in one day. Yes, it is. That's what I was hoping. This is a frame, and then this is a separate stamp. So, sorry, just a minute. Let me put something under it. So the bird can be stamped by itself, and then the frame can be used elsewhere. Beth just left. Yay! PT Beth just left, so Linda gets to stay. Unless she gets to hurting too bad. Helen says this was This was a Park Lane stamp for $2.50, but it was half off. And there's 2 pieces. So it's a frame, which will be really cool and something Victorian. Going to watch you my first time here. Well, we're really glad to have you, Glenda. So welcome, welcome. We have a newbie in our midst. But I have to remember if Lisa comes in to show her that Helen got me this book because, okay. Oh, that's why it's not going back in. You're supposed to put the little plastic piece back on top, Tanya. Duh. Because this is a really cool book. And she wants to see what Lisa and I do with it. I have no idea what we're going to do with it. But this is a really neat book. It's, oh, sorry for the glare, guys. Whew, that was not a good thing. I do too, Julie, to have the stamps have more than one use. But now this is a knitting book, but just the pictures, just the yummy textures that are in the pictures are amazing. I can see it using it like background paper too. Now that's sand. That's not knitted. That is definitely sand. Oh, I see what they're doing. This is a picture in water. This is sand on the bottom underwater. But this is the knitting that they've made to look like that sand. So anyways, I think many of you have seen this book before because Lisa has showed it a couple of times. But it is gorgeous. It is just a beautiful book. Oh, look at how this is rocks in a river, like something like that. And that just mirrors it. Isn't it pretty, Julie? It is a beautiful book. It was a sweet surprise. Actually, I kind of knew she had gotten it. She had made a comment that she found it. But she got it at Ollie's. So let me find a place to put it. That is a problem these days, is finding a place to put anything. I also made her feel better about her studio when she saw mine, because mine is a really big mess. I told you we went to 8 stores. We did not have a great thrifting day. There was, I don't know, there wasn't a lot of wonderful finds Friday. I don't know why that is, but I did find this. And my plan, this is the plan, I don't know how well it's going to work, is to put my iCads in it. Now, it has these little plastic things in them, but they're kind of aged, and I wouldn't want to put my iCads in them anyways, really. What I'm thinking is that I will put some kind of tab on the back of each of the iCads, punch that so that the iCads can go in here, because I'll have 60 something of them when I get done. I should have. Hi, Mina. I hope I didn't miss anybody else coming in. Anyways, if I missed you coming in, hello, I'm really glad you're here. Anyhow, so that's kind of my plan is to put some sort of tab thing on there that I can punch that will allow me to put these, hang these all on here for this to be my iCAD thing. Hi, Barbara. Yeah, I think the frame is probably going to get left black. The one thing about it, Helen, is that it's always going to show whichever iCAD is in the front. Yes, I can turn it, but the frame is always, if it's closed with the frame on it, it's always going to show the same iCAD. So I have to decide, but I really like the idea of putting it on there. And I think, let's see, I'm pretty sure that they'll all fit. Well, I hope they'll all fit, because it's going to be pretty full. There's only one way to find out, and that's to try it. So that was one of our finds Friday. We also saw a loom. Very good price, Lisa said, but I don't need a loom, nor do I have a spot for it. So there was that. I wanted to tell it should fit heaps. I would think so, but it's hard telling. Glue tabs to the backs of the cards and run them over the rings. That's the plan, Barbara, is that I'm going to put a tab up there. Yeah, it was probably about 48 inches wide. I would say it was an old jacquard four-headed loom. So I wanted to show you guys these, though. These are not my favorite glue sticks, but this is called Craft Extra Strength Glue Stick Permanent Bond. They are not my favorite, but they're a close second, maybe in the thirds. They're definitely better than a lot of them. And Ollie's had them for $1.29. So if you have an Ollie's, you want to check on it. Now, Lisa was in Ollie's yesterday, actually called me from Ollie's about something else, and which Helen, she said they didn't have any indigo books at Ollie's when she was in there. So her Ollie's didn't have an indigo book at all. Did you lose your audio? Can anybody hear me? Or is it just Barbara? Okay, I am going to keep talking until somebody tells me. Maybe. Okay, all good here. Okay, so it's got to be Barbara. Hi, Holly. Okay, that sounds great, Holly. Okay, everybody can hear me but Barbara. So Barbara, oh, no, we didn't. Barbara hit her mute button. Okay. Woo. Anyways, so if you have an Ollie's, you might want to check on these, because this says their normal price is $3.49, and Ollie's had them for $1.29. So it's something to consider, especially since the last time I tried to order these, they were in the $5 range. So it's something to think about. Okay, next thing to find a place for. And then Helen found a package of these at one of the stores. Now, you all know what we thought immediately. And much cheaper. Hi, Milla. And much cheaper than Walmart. Yes, they are much cheaper than Walmart. Okay, Barbara. Yeah, and anyways, you knew immediately we thought Jelly Plate. But look, this one has two. It has the big flower. You can make a big flower, or you can turn it over and it'll have little circles. Jelly plate. And she bought the whole package and then left more than half the package with me. We did go to Dollar Tree. And I'm collecting Cat in the Hat Dr. Seuss things because I have Dr. Seuss, a couple of Dr. Seuss books I want to alter for journals. And I hadn't seen these pencils before, so I got a package of, they call them crayons, but they're pencils. I got a package of Dr. Seuss pencils. And they had 2 new stencils, and I'm going to use these in my little book today because I want to test them, because these green stencils are very, very thin. So I wanted to test them and see how they were. So, but they were 2 stencils I hadn't seen before. They're plastic. They're not paper, but they're real thin. So I thought we'd try one of them out. Yeah, aren't the birds pretty, Julie? And birds and flowers. Now, they had others. There was a butterfly one. I can't remember. They've had a lot of new stencils lately, guys. If you didn't see my video Saturday, I don't know where they're at, but I got several new stencils while I was on my trip. So it's worth looking at their stencils in there. I figured for $1, you know, if they aren't the best, they still are cool. So then the other thing I got was this, and I had seen somebody else in a haul video get these. These are Happy Planner stickers, and I don't need stickers by any means, but you got this whole book of stickers for $1. And there was some really cool ones in here. Where are they? Come here. I want the fall ones, the leaf ones. And these Happy Planner books are pricey when you get them at Hobby Lobby or Michael's. There's some really cool fall leaves. There we go. These fall leaves and things were cool. You've used the green stencils? These look like little buttons to me. There's the one I really liked. Oops. And that one. So it had quite a bit in it, and for $1, I had to have one. So okay. Now we're going to have to vote on something. Are we going to do our little journal first or our iCAD first? Okay, iCAD or little journal first today. Well, I'm glad because I actually opened the package in the store. It doesn't hurt me. I was going to buy it anyways, but I opened it to see the little journal. Patricia said little journal first. Hi, Sherry. If I have missed anybody, hello, hello. Well, Patricia said little journal first, so I guess that's what we're going to do first, which is fine by me. I'm going to do them both. And like I said, I really wanted to play with this a little bit. So the thing of it is I know I have ink somewhere. there's my ink. I think, oh. Sorry guys, it's warm in here. It's warm and muggy here around here right now. We had a lovely little rainstorm last night. So I could not pick my vegetables this morning. I'm going to have to go out tonight and pick vegetables. Okay, did we leave that as a pocket on? Oh yeah, we did leave it as a pocket on purpose. Okay, just as long as yeah, Milla, I hope I'm saying that right, dear. I don't like the sticky back stencils. I don't like them at all. I have one and I hate those sticky back ones. Now, one of the sticky back ones I have is the same color as some of the other new ones that I got. Let me see if I can find the other new ones. Did I? Yeah. No, I don't see them. I don't know where they're at. They're probably buried next to me. Anyways, they're the same color. They're this tealy color like this. And a bunch of the sticky back stencils are that color, but these new ones are not. And they do not say self-adhesive. Hold on one second. Excuse me. I apologize. So you have to really read the package. You're going to do your little journal tomorrow in the morning. Okay, Linda, I totally understand. Linda's had PT. She's been getting her hip back into working. And I imagine she's wore out. I'm just looking for a good page. Don't necessarily want a white one. Kind of think maybe I like that one. The Woodland Critters. I didn't see any Woodland Critters. Okay, let's find some wax paper. Put in there. I think we need a branch for some of these birds to be on. Do a bird over the map. Map page. Let me find one. No, that's not enough of a map. Here's a map. I could do that. I don't think it's going to show up very much. That's the thing. Well, I have an idea. Like a fox, a raccoon? Wow. That sounds interesting. Woodland Critters. I'll have to look for it. I mean, not right now, but... I'm thinking about my branch. I don't think it's going to work on the map. So, not for me. It's one of those things my brain can't wrap around that today. I'm going back to this one back here. Oh, like it's following the map? Yeah, that would work. Hi, Brenda. I really kind of want to put a tree branch in here, though. I guess it would help if I put my glasses back on. Come here. I have a problem. Let's see what we've got that's hard. The book is getting fluffy, which is always nice, but that means that I don't have, it's not hard enough to draw on. There we go. That ought to work. Okay. Now we have our tree. Okay. And let's see here. We can put this bird. Put him right about there. I think we're going to make this bird sort of blue. We'll see if this blue is okay. Oops. Excuse me. Hope so. One bird. This bird's actually got legs. So he's going to stand on a tree. I'm going to have to give that one some legs. Let's see. This little bird can be flying up here in the sky. guys. Hi, Candy. Welcome, welcome. Okay. Now, there's little bits of blue, but that's okay because, you know, we need a couple more little tiny birds because this branch down here needs a bird. So I think I'll put this bird right there. Maybe we'll have two birds like that. This bird can go right here. Okay, now I think they need a little bit of other color because, you know, birds aren't all just one color. So wonder what the geranium red will look like. We're going to try it, see what happens. We're going to make some of their bellies geranium red. Just because, you know, we can. Oh, yeah. Remember, ink, especially like archival ink, does not dry really fast on your stencils. So that's where I got my little extras from, which is all right. I'm okay with it. Oh, you know, I guess I could bring you guys in a little closer. It would be nice, wouldn't it? Sorry. Okay. There we go. Okay, that big bird is where? Where is that big bird? This one? Yeah. It might have been a wise decision to use a makeup sponge instead of these big dauber things. But that's, you know, hindsight is, you know, one of those things. Oh, yeah, I like that. Barbara's coveting the bird stencil. All right. Mm-hmm. All right. I think we need some flowers at the bottom. And we have a little flower stencil. Yes, or the point, a makeup sponge, just the very tip of a makeup sponge is, Julie, that's what I was thinking, is that if I had used just that little edge, I wouldn't have had stuff that went over, which is okay. It's not a big deal. I'm not worrying about it. That's the way you got to do it. You just got to not worry about it. Yeah. Let's try the makeup sponge because I'm going to make a mess if I don't. That and that red geranium is nice and full of ink, of course. It's got more ink in it than half the other pads I've got. Okay. We've all abandoned perfection now. Yes, we have. Yep. There is no reason to worry over it. It's just not worth it. I wonder what would happen if I did it straight with the ink pad. That might be real abandoning perfection. Oh no, that doesn't work so well. Yep, that does not work very well. We're just making a field of flowers down here. Oh, you know what else would work? Hi, Rebecca. These would work probably very well. Your makeup brushes. This is the tiny one. It's like, there's my finger, so it's pretty tiny. Okay, we need some other color in there. So let's put this. We don't want our flowers to all be the same color. I think the makeup brush works really well, actually. You were going to suggest that, but didn't know. I actually have several. I have our Dollar Tree had them, Julie, and I was able to get one of each of the sizes. I'll show you in just a second. I'm pretty sure I sent Lisa some of the, or took Lisa some of the bigger ones. The littler ones are easier to come by, but I was able to find a few of the big ones, and I took Lisa some. There you go. Okay. I think that's probably good. I'll show you the sizes of these. I'm not very good with them yet. That is one thing. I'm still, oh, blast. So I got this one first, and then I think it was Barbara was telling me that they had these big ones. And so I was able to get, I don't know, 3 or 4 of them, and took Lisa a couple, and I have a couple. I haven't used them much yet. I'm still learning to use them. And I just made a mess here. pulling them out. Okay, now I think these birds need little eyeballs. I think they do. I think they do. I don't think birds should be without little eyeballs. Just discovered that you can use up the distress crayons. Okay, Barbara. I like those makeup brushes for little bitty stencils and for the light touch on the edges. Use up the distress crayons. Okay, what are you using them? How are you using them up, Barbara? Please tell. Big ones are great for when you want a bigger section blended and have one bigger, and you have one bigger than that. Yeah, I mean, the dollar store ones I'm sure are not near as nice as the ones you might be able to order. So I wonder if I have a word we can put on our, besides, I think this needs some leaves and stems here. Grass. I like it, Helen. I think it came out really great. I'm very pleased with the little bird stencil. And for $1? Yep. And it'll go real well with my little bird stamp that you gave me. Okay, let me see. What was I going to do? I was going to look for a word. Unless it's trick photography. Well, it might be. This is about a little bit bigger than my thumb. Juliet, distress cans are roll-up pigment. Yeah, they're like they're water-soluble crayon held in by a little center stick. I'm down to the stick and can just apply by using the edges. Aha! She's down to the stick. Okay. I don't have distress crayons, but I have Marabou Art water-soluble crayons that I got ages ago. I do like them. I just don't use them very much. And I was going to see if I could find just like one word or something to go on there. I don't know what I have, so I may have to go. I had some Tim Holtz words the other day. I wonder where I put those. Oh, probably buried in stuff. Oh, yeah. Oh, I like this one very much. Then yours is bigger. See, it's easier to see it when you have something to go by. 1 3/4 inches by 1. Yeah, oh yeah, this one's barely an inch by 1 1/4 inches. Okay, now we need scissors. Scissors. Oh, Brenda, have you not seen that before? This is something that Helen, let me back up a little bit. Helen and I talked about Friday, that there are some really nice photo albums out there, but and they're in the thrift stores, and sometimes they want very little for them. Sometimes they want a lot, but and I have used them. I've used them in many ways, and I've actually used a couple as art journals because they're post bound and you can take the covers off and work pages and whatnot. But this is just a little 4x6 job, and this actually has my ransom letters in it. So they're alphabetized. This is A, B, C. So it has that kind of letters in it. And then I have little words, and sometimes if I've cut out an image, I have stuck an image in here. So I'll have little words in it. Back here, I just have them shoved in. These are ones that I have not really spread out, but there's quotes and different things that I've printed off. Here's more words. Oh, but I really like that word. I started to cut out the other one, but I like that. Oh, I think I like that better than the other word. Oh, that's my word for today. Possibility. Let's put this one back. Now, I will tell you that I punched, and you can't see it. Just a minute. Let me see if I can find something to tuck in there. I have a mess. I still don't know that. Okay, can you see that I've punched a thumb spot out right there? Okay, on these plastic pages, punching that thumb spot is really a pain. If you want to punch that thumb spot out, and I used my circle punch, or one of my circle punches. I'm hunting. I still haven't got everything put back from the trip yet. So I just used my circle punch, but you can't just punch this lightweight plastic. What you have to do is you have to get a scrap piece of paper and put in there and punch. I just used scrap papers and punch through the plastic and the paper, because if you try to punch just the plastic, your punch will jam every single time. I wanted to scream bloody murder. I was cutting them out and all that kind of stuff, and that works perfectly. So just get a piece of scrap paper, slide it in the pocket like that till it's down where you want to see it, and then put your punch on and then punch it. Okay, so it's kind of a pain, but having that little thumb spot in these really makes it easier to get stuff in and out. Give me a minute and I'll show you another way I have used a different kind of thing. This is not a photo album. These are actually slide pages, not slide pages. These are actually negative pages. What you do is, originally they were a long skinny strip like this, and you slid your negative into there. We had them. I didn't go and buy them. We already had them, and we got rid of a bunch of slides. Boxes, yes, and you can use a bigger. Brenda, I like this little one because and I have another little one somewhere that has images in it, because then I can take these. Hi, Andrea. I can take these easily with me, but you could use a bigger one if you had a bigger one and you don't tote stuff. But I take these little ones in the camper with me when we go places. But this the slot was like this. So what I did was I cut across the top of each, see, I slot like that. I cut across it, and then with my sewing machine, I sewed these up. Yeah, now it takes some time, but if you get a good sharp pair of scissors and you get in there, you can just slide the scissors across. Now, and then you have to sew them up, and you want to cut it before you sew it, just so you know. But what I did with these, or what I'm doing with these, I'm still in the process of it, is these have my stamps in them. So I can see my little stamps better. Hi, Sharon. Well, I'm just glad you popped in and said hello. So they're shallow, so I can put my stamps in them. And that's, I mean, some of the stamps stick out the top, but that's all right. I'm all right with that. Some of the ones that are on paper still, So, this little book like this would work for small things too, like stamps. But I had a lot of stamps, and I had these negative pages. So that was, it's just another idea. All right, where did my word go? Aha, it's attached to the back of my book. Okay, my word is even inked around. Going to be busier than a one-armed paper hanger. I'm doing my little book page now, and then I'm going to finish the iCAD. Aha, okay. Thank you, Andrea. Hi, Sherry. Welcome, welcome. I think we have a few newbies here today. More than normal, but I'm really glad you guys are here. I really liked this word, possibility. So even though these new stencils are really thin, I really like them. I think they're going to be fine. This one might even be fun on the jelly plate. It's little, but it might be. Have to try it. For coins or stamps. What's going on? I missed something. You can also buy something similar on Amazon for coins or stamps. Yes, I'm sure. I have some actual stamp pages, but I already had these. Make it look. Ooh, that sounds interesting. Barbara. Okay, so let's see. Let's put these away. They're put away. Ha, 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 ha. We got to date this page because, I forget to date it all the time. Kathy's here. Hi, Kathy. Guys, if I've missed anybody, hello to everybody that's here. Okay, what's the date today? Oh, the 13th. Okay. June 13th, 2021. It's simple, but I really like it. Oh. Helen, I'm really glad we went ahead and got the bird stencils. I would have been sad if I hadn't gotten it. Okay, so next, where's my little book? No, iCads are next, aren't they? Okay, that means. Okay, iCads are next. That means we need one of those. Thanks, Julie. Then we need a piece of paper. Do we have a piece of paper? What do we have? I think we'll do this corner. Yep. Yep. Oh, Barbara, I'm sorry to hear that. What's iCad? Okay. Julie, Lisa and I are doing it. Lisa's done it 3 years in a row. Barbara, I'm so sorry to hear that. I know you were really happy to have found her after losing her, not knowing where she was. Okay. Julie asked what an iCad is. Okay. Index card a day, Julie. And if one of my mods out there can pull up Daisy Yellow's blog. Daisy Yellow started this ages and ages ago, and I think there's other people doing other things. And if you look on Lisa's channel, Lisa is doing Rolodex card. Well, the fact that you made her happy, Barbara, is really the most important thing. Thanks, Linda. What it starts on June 1st, and you can start at any time, but it goes through the end of July. So you end up making 61 cards, 62 cards. I think 61 cards. Thanks, Barbara. You can do something as small as a Rolodex card up to this size, which is 4x6. The point is to do a tiny little piece of art every single day for those 2 months. And Lisa is doing Rolodex cards. I've never done the project before, and I wanted to do 4x6 cards simply because I've been working in this size frame, and I really kind of like it. So I decided to do it. Lisa's done 3x5s in the past. She was going to do this 4x6 size and then couldn't find her 4x6 cards. So rather than go and purchasing something because she knew she has them somewhere, she used the Rolodex cards. You can't go over this big. The idea is to make it be little. So, and you can do anything you want on them. Lisa is doing some really fun collage. I'm doing doodles. That's the best thing I can call it, is doodles. Anne's doing 4x6 also. We took her book of photos of the circle friends who love her. Oh, well, I'm sure that it will continue to be a joy, Barbara. Even if it's hard for her to page through, she will have that joy. I don't like the index cards I have. That much I'll tell you. I don't like the flimsiness of them. And I decided I'm doing this project. I'm going to do it on the index cards, but I probably, I very likely won't do it again because as far as substrate goes, I don't like it. Barbara's doing it, but she's using some other cards. She said she had something else that she was using. So, but they're still tiny. There are prompts to follow if you want to use them. I am not using the prompts. Neither's Lisa, but there are prompts to follow, especially if you get stuck. When what you're doing is doodling. And I've done the 100-day project before, and it's very much like that. I chose to do something small for the 100-day project, not something giant. So it worked out to be about the same. Thank you, Barbara. I really appreciate it. Oh, somebody else can hunt the prompts if they're interested in them, Barbara. I don't necessarily work very well with prompts because a lot of times what I'm doing, I'm sitting at when I've done the ones that you guys haven't seen me do, I'm usually sitting at my computer doing other stuff. So that's one of the reasons why I chose to do what I'm doing. But I've done some big projects like the 100-day project and done collages every day. So I will tell you the 100-day project is really, that's a commitment. Some journaling cards she got years ago. They have prompts on the front and she's eye-catting on the backs. There we go. Mina's here. Hello, Mina. By adding my painty paper to them, they make me a little bit happier as far as the weight of them goes. I still don't like them. Somebody told me they were doubling up their iCads. They were gluing the two together. Never been able to complete 100. I've done the 100-day project twice. Yeah, and if you're searching the hashtag, it is DYICAD 2021 for hers. And my first year she did iCAD, she did 90. Oh, okay, Mina. Just lurking. Yeah, thank you, Kathy. DYICAD 2021. That's her actual. I don't think that's what I put in my title today, but that's what was close. She's not sneaky. I thought she had said hello earlier, and I was saying hi the second time, but thank you, Andrea. We need to do we definitely need to do a jelly plate session. Hi, Cheryl. Daisy Yellow is her blog name. Tammy is her real name. Okay, I did not know that. Yeah, you kind of got to get on a roll. I agree with that, Barbara. And sometimes I have to just kind of figure out where it's going to go. I also, if you look at Jean Peter, her channel name is Jean Peter Artist. She does really interesting doodles and stuff like that. So Total randomness. Cool, Anne. Mine tend to be a lot the same. But then I do that in my journals and other things too. So I'm just trying to figure out where I'm going to go with this one. I don't always know what it's going to turn out, what it's going to be when I start it. Usually it's just blobs. But I guess I should probably show you when I did the other day. I really liked how it came out. Let me get it out. Kind of show you where this one's headed. That's kind of where this one's headed. I don't know for sure if that's what it's going to turn into, but that's kind of where it's headed. That's my thought on it anyways. Hi, Deborah. That's all right. Just the fact that you popped in to say hi. I'm really glad that you popped in to say hi. Can you guys see that? It looks really dark to me. It shouldn't be. I've got all my lights on. Oh, before you get back on the lawn mowing, yuck. Jeffrey mowed ours the other day. His brother had been mowing it while we were gone, so it wasn't too bad when we first got home. But of course, it has rained and rained. I wanted to go out, and I've got tomatoes I've got to pick today, and green beans I've got to pick today. And I wanted to go out and do that. And unfortunately, there was no way I could this morning. Everything was way too wet. Hi, Janice. Howdy, howdy. Yep, fresh green beans. I got to fix tomatoes and green beans. I've got a couple of banana peppers that may be ready. I don't know. I have to look at them. Something ate my eggplant. I was so unhappy. I don't know what absconded with my eggplant, but something did. So it was just tiny, about as big as my thumb. Something absconded with it. So I won't have an eggplant. Fresh sugar snap peas. Oh, I would like that, but I didn't plant any peas. But I'll be happy just with tomatoes and green beans for today. Of course, I've got pumpkin to go with dinner because I didn't know for sure how many green beans I would get. So we eat pumpkin around here like squash. So, and I had some from last year in the freezer. Okay, we're going to see where this takes us. Tomato hornworms love eggplant. Well, so far I have not seen any hornworms on my tomatoes. That doesn't mean they're not there, but I haven't seen any. I need to go out there at night with the black light and check it out because I have not. My son taught me this. I did not know this until just recently, that hornworms are actually, they will glow in the dark in the black light. So if you go out there, then you can see them and grab them and squash them. Pumpkin is a type of squash, Andrea, and that's how we eat it. We eat it like squash. Now, granted, I've also made pie with it, but when I'm fixing it for dinner as a vegetable, I fix it like squash. When I've put it in the freezer, it's oh, what shall I say? It's the consistency of thick pumpkin pie stuff, without all the sweetener. We just put salt on it. Jeff likes pepper on it. You have to hunt bugs in the dark. Dang, that's extra. Well, you don't have to. If you can see them, then you pull them off in the daytime. But Brandon just says that they're easier to find in the dark. Takes less time to find them. I think that's all I do most days, Janice, is just keep plugging along. For some reason, this makes me think of Jean Peter. That's what I started to tell you all. Her channel is Jean Peter Artist, and she does really cool, neat, doodly stuff. You need to get some rest, Julie. We went to play dominoes last night, and I have got the worst knot in my neck. I started last night, and I have no idea what I've done. Unless it's just, getting back into making beads, because that is, I know it seems like it shouldn't be hard on your body because it's not physical, but it is to sit there. I do not know how people sit at computers all day. I have to get up constantly. People who do data entry, we have a friend who just retired. She did medical entry. I would be falling apart, I think. Sam also ate the tomatoes. You know, we had a cat who just dearly loved tomatoes. A cat, yes. I had brought tomatoes in the fall and that were like partially ripe and set them on the counter and got up the next morning and they're all over the house. But he had eaten all the ripe parts out of the tomatoes and left the green parts. But he loved tomatoes. He could smell tomatoes from outside. And he would fuss if you did not give him his little bites of tomatoes. He would have a conniption fit. Ducks or chickens eat pests. Yeah, that's true, but I don't want to clean up after the ducks or chickens. You have bifocals now for glasses. Oh, I had bifocals back when I was a teenager, and they kept causing so much problem that the doctor went back to giving me regular glasses. It wasn't long after that when I learned to take my glasses off all the time to read, but my glasses had to be so strong that I was wearing my eyes out trying to read. So I don't know if this is making me happy or not today. Sometimes they do and sometimes they don't. Oh, I don't like the no line ones. That's turning out real. Oh, thank you, Deborah. And here I wasn't sure I was liking it. My bifocals that I had until I had my eye surgery had lines in them because I don't like the no line ones. I can't remember, probably 20 years or so ago, I went back to bifocals, but they had always had lines in them. But that's me, and I know that lots of people like those no line ones, but the ones that I had that were no line seemed to give me more trouble than the ones with a line in them. So folks rent goats for lawns. There you go. That's a perfectly good business. Someone needs a rent a fowl business. Oh, that would be lovely. Mm-hmm. Julie's are multifocal. Yeah, somebody else had something like that I was thinking they had 2 or 3 focals in them. That's probably what I need for readers because I have different strength readers laying all over. It only took a few days. Yeah, Janice, I could not get used to those progressive lenses. They just, I also think the progressive lenses are in that plastic that everybody just loves because it's such a lightweight plastic. And it gave me headaches. That was another problem with it. The way it focused, I couldn't wear them. But I had worn glasses since I was 4 until I had my eye surgery. So I'd had a lot of pairs. I'm liking it. Read, computer, and distance. Yeah, see, I kind of need a pair when I'm chopping vegetables in the kitchen. I have a pair of not very strong readers. I think they're like 1.25s laying on the kitchen counter, that they're my kitchen glasses, because that, you're standing there and I go to cut something up and can't really see it as well as I'd like. So I have a pair of kitchen glasses. It's kind of funny, but then I have them all over the house. So Barbara finished her page. Yay! Surrender reminded me of the song, holding on comes easily. We don't need to learn it. Practice it, letting go. That's a good statement. Yes, and that's the problem I had with bifocals, Julie, when I was younger. I couldn't do that steps, or you know like off a curb or things like that, was caused issues for me. Hi, Angie. Guys, I'm since I'm drawing this, I'm not looking up very much. So if I miss somebody, hello, welcome. I'm so glad everybody's here. I'm glad to be back. Sorta. Sorta. I'm ready to go again, honestly, guys. I really am. We're planning our next trip already, so we were talking about it this morning. I think it was when we were talking about it. The tickets for the RV show that we were talking about going to, though, have not come online, which is kind of weird because it's supposed to be in September. I missed you guys too. Told me to be careful stepping off a curb. Well, with a walker, we don't step off curbs too often. Well, that's true. You could have seen me, would have made a great video on funniest home videos. Yes, funniest home videos. If we thought about it over time, there's so many little things that would have been very funny. I missed you guys. Oh, Linda likes it a lot. Thank you, dear. Yes, Linda, Julie, nobody ever told me to take them off. That was part of the problem. If somebody had told me to take them off, that would have been so much wiser. I don't know why, but this color just seemed to say to make this. A lot of my cards have been coming out very much like flowers. A lot of my doodles come out like flowers. But this one just said it should be one of these funky cell things. I'm not really sure what these are yet. They're kind of a cell blob. A cellular blob, maybe something like that. I don't know. Stacked stone wall. That's true. That does kind of look like a stacked stone wall. Mm-hmm. Maybe rocks in a stream. I think I have, isn't there one more weekend before July? I think there's one more weekend before the 1st of July. We're only on the 13th, so there has to be. Okay. Because while my sister is here that first week of July, I might not be able to stream on Sunday. So, but I'll know more closer. I might not even know until the last minute, what plans or what. I do have a appointment to view an assisted living center for my mom tomorrow. It's a brand new facility, and they actually have 4 rooms left, which is well, it's brand new being that it opened last year. And they actually have 4 open rooms, which is kind of unusual. I don't know that it'll be a good fit, but there's no way to find out until I go and visit it. But while my sister's here, we're going to visit a couple of places so that we can kind of all make a decision together. You would put a quote on the stones. Don't think Tanya should get to leave unless I take you with her. Okay, well, I tried to take y'all with me on my little videos, but it was a little hard to do if you didn't guess. I didn't have enough internet. Now we're going northeast. I should have internet. But out west, my phone, a lot of times my phone didn't work at all. It was a good thing that nobody really needed to call me, or that I wasn't forced to do anything with my internet. I probably will not put a quote on these stones simply because I have not put quotes on my other iCads. So I probably won't do it on this. That doesn't mean that it wouldn't be a good idea. Well, I'm glad you liked them, Janice. I think it would be a cool idea, Cheryl. I just don't know that I'm going to do it. Oh, there's space I didn't do right. Uh-oh. Linda's boo-hooing. Oh, because I won't put a quote on them? Kind of looks like a butterfly. Ooh, it kind of does. Especially if you turn it this way. That really looks like a butterfly. Linda's boo-hooing. Is that because I won't put a quote on it, or because I might be going off again? Tanya's all you can eat and cookie bar. I'll go to the kitchen and get her a cookie. Well, that might be hard. I'm not. Hi, Candy. Yeah, but that would be. It's a really kind of cool. It does look very butterfly-ish, and it might look even more so in a minute or two. Oh, Julie, I'm not going to go away again right now. Not till fall. We're not going anywhere this summer. Um, well, I'm not going to say we're not going to go anywhere this summer. Uh, but we're not going to go anywhere extended this summer. We had a discussion yesterday. Both Jeff and I need new inserts for our shoes, and there is no one in Pensacola that makes the kind of inserts for our shoes that we like. The first pair I ever got, I got from a podiatrist in Wetumpka, Alabama. And so we might just go to Wetumpka, spend a couple of days, take the camper up there, go stay in the park we like to stay in, have a podiatrist appointment, and come home. But that would just be a couple of days. Andrea, the ones we have, actually, you walk on a computer, and I've had the one pair I've had more than 20 years. Now, I've had them redone several times because the company that does them will refurbish them. Hi, Tina. And so that's another reason why I like the ones that we get. So, and I mean, you can get them from most podiatrists, but the kind we really like, nobody here in Pensacola makes for some reason. I will check with the company again before I make appointments in Alabama, but this one is starting to not be so black. Okay, let's try shaking it up. It's always closer or cushion. Are the hard ones? These are actually pretty hard, and they have mine have a super thick sole. Looks like the United States. Oh, it really does. It's amazing what you guys can see that I don't see. Uh-huh. I'm going to be in chats July 9th and 10th. She's okay, Angie. We will miss you, but well, Cheryl, I don't know. It's so hot here that right now a few chilly days wouldn't bother me. We had lovely weather on our trip. It was chilly, but frankly, I mean, even the times it snowed on us, like in Monticello and a few other places like that, Natural Bridges and whatnot, when it was snowing on us, it really was just fine. It was cold, but not so bad that you couldn't stand it. We still were outside doing stuff. Oh, I understand that, Angie. I hate trying to chat on my phone. It's so hard to chat. At least I think so on my phone. Yes, we had perfect weather for hiking. It was cool. It was wonderful. And honestly, it got a little warm. Of course, Iowa, when we were in Iowa, it was cold. We were out doing some garage sailing and we were freezing. It was unbelievably cold for May in Iowa. And then we got to Red Bay, Alabama, and it was hot Oh, it was horrible hot. Yeah, as soon as you put away your winter things, you need them. I know that. It just happens. Um, for some reason, this black pen is not being real black. Did I have another one open? Let's throw them all over the place. Yeah. I don't like what that one's doing. It's just kind of gray and I don't like it. You guys probably can't see that, but it was bothering me. I'm easily bothered. Can y'all tell that? It's 89 there. I'm pretty sure it's well in the 90s here, but I won't guarantee it. We did have pretty good rain last night. That's why I couldn't pick my vegetables this morning before coming on here. I don't like to pick beans or tomatoes if they're wet. That will spread diseases. And so they were just way too wet when I went out to try to pick them. So I'll have to do it after dinner tonight. I will probably pick enough for dinner, but that's, then I'll have to go back out. I got a nice bowl of tomatoes the other day. Okay. Lisa's here. Hello. Oh, we've had the air on since we came home. There's just no way we could go without it. I haven't gotten very much done, Lisa. Oh, Lisa's here. Okay, I gotta show you something. Oh, Julie, that's a little chilly. Okay, oh, of course it's on the bottom of the pile. Okay, let's move the pile around. Let's go out. Gotta have a little bit more camera space. Look what Bacola brought me. Yeah, I have to go back and watch Lisa's iCads. I didn't get to see them. Isn't that pretty? But look what else she brought me. And you know what she said? She can't wait. Yes, it's a stamp, Barbara. Did you miss me? Did you miss that? She got it at Joann's. They are normally $2.50 and they were on half price. It's a Park Lane stamp. And it's actually two pieces. The bird and foliage in the middle is one piece and the frame is another piece. And she said that she got them for she got it for half price. So you might want to take a peek at Joann's. But this Lisa, there's Helen right there. You know what she said? I asked her if she got herself one. She said yes. I said, what's she done with it? She says she hadn't done anything. She's waiting to see what we do with it. So we have to have an idea of something we need to do with this book. So it is a gorgeous book, Barbara. Okay, let's get back and finish this silly thing. I haven't accomplished very much today, honestly. For some reason. I don't know why. Okay. It's just one of those things. Neither of you, yes, but you've had company. Lisa's had company, so. I did get the dining room table cleaned off. And I showed Helen my studio Friday. Friday was when I showed Helen my studio, so that she would feel better, because I knew her studio could not be as messy as mine. We need to put some white in it before I can decide whether or not I'm happy with it. There's, the edge is bumpy. I don't want a bumpy edge. Ooh, pumpkin and falafel. That sounds good, Candy. I'm supposed to be making homemade falafel, but I'm not in the mood. Basically, I want to nap. Oh, some of the iCads that you're doing, like this one, would make a really cool stamp when we get to Carve December. Oh, Barbara, that's a really good idea. Ellen, I know. It's like, okay, I clean up one spot and the other spot gets messier. I have to, I had to clean off part of a table so that I could clean beads yesterday. And I swear all I did was move it to the floor. But you're right. This would be a really cool stamp. I will have to get out my erasers so I know what size, and do some pre-planning, because this would be really that you're right. It would be a very cool stamp. I need my white pin. Yeah, just, oops, you can't see, but just like that part or that part. You know what else, Barbara? It would make a really cool stencil for the jelly plate. Maybe with bigger cells. Okay, we have to put this on our list of rubber stamps. Just a minute. I need to make myself a note because I won't remember. I have to make notes. If I don't write this stuff down, guys, I can't remember it tomorrow. Cell doodle like I can to carve. Okay. I'll have to make a better note than that in my book, but yeah, it would make a really cool stencil too. And I probably have something I could cut a stencil out of. I don't know if I still have that box. I used to have a box of X-ray film. Oh, okay. Okay. Yep. Today's date. That would be a good idea. 6, 13. I'll probably draw myself a little note. Out of dividers, file dividers, or file folders. Yeah, that would work, but I'm pretty sure I have some plastic. Yeah, you're probably right, Barbara. There'll probably be more. Oh, this may be the one that doesn't like me. Yeah, I bet it is. I got one of those that doesn't like me. I need to try to clean it off. Do you remember the fragrance Love's Baby Soft? Not really. I don't like smells, so. I cannot believe I forgot to clean my craft room last night. That makes it 5 years in a row. Oh, Candy, that's a good one. Like I said, to keep the dining room table cleaned off, that's a good thing. There are like 3 little things sitting on the dining room table. One of them is something I got for Jeff at the thrift store. One of them is the piece of ugly fabric because I've been cutting strips of it off to tie up the tomatoes. And there's a file folder that I left on the table that needs to go back out to the camper. So, you keep smelling that fragrance. But having the dining room table cleaned off makes Jeff happy because he's not used to seeing it. That's one of those things that doesn't happen often around here. Usually only when we're expecting company for dinner or our friends are coming to play dominoes. Oh, I stomped them last night in dominoes. The first 5 hands, half the time I couldn't even play. And then the next 5 hands, I won flat out. So the two that were in the, that we played 12 rounds. So before it was all over, I won by over 100 points, which is a lot, really. I was surprised because I figured as badly as I played in the beginning, I'd never come close to winning, but I did. I was not naughty. I was defending myself. That is my story, and I'm sticking to it. Uh-oh, what happened? Uh-oh, I have to find out what Lisa did. What did she do? Oh, my. We had to sit next to each other in church, and because we both stink. Oh, dear. Oh, no. Oh. Oh, that's so funny. Oh. Oh. I could just see your mom making you sit next to one another. Uh-huh. Yep, yep, yep. Mm-hmm. Oh, too funny. Oh, come on now. Just don't stop your dots in the middle, because if you do, sometimes the pen likes to dry. These are tiny dots. Can y'all see them? I think that was good. Uh-huh. I cannot remember getting in trouble for doing anything rotten to my cousins, but I am sure I did. I just don't remember getting in trouble for it. So whether I didn't get caught, of course, you all have to understand I have a lot of cousins. I have 81 first cousins on one side of the family. So there's a lot of cousins. But there was probably so many of us that we didn't get caught. I'm really liking it now, guys. You cannot hide the perfume fight on Sunday morning. Yep. Oh yeah, Andrea, that's one side of my family. But you see, I have first cousins. My parents are both from families of 9. So I have first cousins who I actually called aunt and uncle because they were my father's age. Because my father was the youngest of 9 children. My mother was the oldest of 9 children. So my father's brothers, one of which was 20 years older than him, had children that were pretty close to my dad's age. So it was, they were really cousins, but we called them aunt and uncle. Yeah, I think Lisa's topped the story list today. Hi, Mary. And anybody else who's here who I didn't say hello to, hello, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. I'm really liking this one. I think it needs a little bit more work, but It's called Getting Married in My Backyard. And Julie's back. The other side of the family, I think there's only about 40 cousins. And they're all from a few years older than me to about 10 or 15 years younger. There are people that remember that Sunday and Lisa to this day. That's probably true. That is probably true. Let's see here. What do we need? I think it's about done. No, it's not done. It needs some dots around this. Come here. You know what? The hardest part is deciding when it's finished and not taking something too far. Thank you, Barbara. Julie, I would think you'd be cold. What do y'all think? Can you see the dots? Stop. Okay, Lisa says stop, so that means I'm done. Okay. Yay. iCAD number, what, 13 is finished. Yay. Bye, Andrea. Have a good dinner, because I'm jealous. Okay, I have an ink pen here somewhere. Okay. Okay, let's see here. Oh, I think it better. Okay, we got to decide now, guys. Does it go this way or this way? Now, I drew it to go that way, but I'm not sure. Which way? This way? This is way number 1. Or do we want to do it way number 2? Because it depends on which side I put my date on. Way number 1, way number 2. The light edge on top. Number 2, so this way. Right? Way number 2. Okay. All right. White on top. Okay. All right. 6, 13, 20, 21. Oh, Lisa, you have to see my thingy that I got. This is what I got at the thrift store on Friday. I'm going to put a tab on the top of my my iCads, and then I can put them in like so. Isn't that cool? Okay, everybody agreed. I really liked it better that way too. All right, this one goes back here. Ready for tomorrow. And now, do you guys mind if I work on my little book a little bit? I hope not. It's not very exciting. Let me back you up a little bit. Thanks, guys. This might not be very exciting, but I need to get my book finished for this this time's my thing. I've got more than 60 pages to put together in this thing, because we were gone almost 8 weeks basically. So and I figured out how many days I missed. Pretty much every card came. The places where I have dates that are missing are I actually knew I had missed that day. I missed 3 days, I think, sending my mom a card for the whole trip. I either made or bought a card for the whole trip. So the other day on the Friday live stream, Mary's Friday live stream, I made this cover card, and then afterwards I made, this is the back. There you go, 60 things done and dusted. Yes, and when I make the book, that's 61, right? I might count one per week, but I'm thinking about it, Lisa, because I tell you, they take a little bit of time every night. This is, so I have the front and the back cover, but I have to punch all the holes. I hope you get warm now too. So yes, okay, 60. So 61. I got 61 things done. Wow. Let's see, what did I use out of my stash? Lots of Mod Podge. I used lots of Mod Podge and cardstock and several other things. So we have to punch holes. And to punch holes, I was going to make a guide. Not at all. Okay. Those are a very real project. Each one of them. Oh, okay. Well, cool. Then I might be close to done. I do know that they take a while. So, one of the things that I'm going to say is that they're tiny. Okay, they're pretty small, but if you only put one hole, top and bottom, even on a small page. Oh, Teresa's here. Hi, Teresa. Hold on one second. Sleepy. Well, I'm glad you came in, and even if you take a nap, Teresa, I'm glad you came and said hello. What I started to say, what if I can remember what I'm saying? One of the things about punching holes for any book, 2 holes, even though this is a small page, 2 holes can tend to let things woggle. This binding is not real tight anyways, so it can move a little bit. It's not designed to be tight. It's designed so it lays flat on these pages. So I like to put that 3rd hole in there because it helps to keep it from moving around too much. Yeah, meds will do that to you, Teresa. I, however, am going to have to go take something pretty soon because my neck is killing me. the other thing I want to tell you is that when it comes to the strings for this, when I go to do the strings, each one of these pages takes about an inch of cord. Each, see, it has a half an inch that way and a half an inch on that side. So for each page, I'm going to need about an inch. You okay? Dropped them? Okay. As long as that was all it was. So I will actually count my pages to know exactly how many I have, and then add some inches, but I will count 1 inch for each page, because that way I'm sure I've got, it's easier. You can add cord in the middle, but it's easier if you don't have to.
See before I get a shower.
No, I have half of one. So you okay, hon? You look wore out.
It's just getting warm out there.
Okay. Do you need a lemon water or something? Okay. He's a little red, guys. So that's just something I wanted to sort of say reminder of. This worked out real well. So what did I do here? It's one of the reasons why I brought this in here. They are a ½ inch in and a ½ an inch from each edge. Boyfriend has a summer cold. Oh, I will, Teresa. That's why he came in. I know he had his hat and his. We found him really cool shade cover thing to go on his hat. So like when he has his hat on, he was always sticking like a rag over his head and under the hat so that it would cover him up. Well, the problem with that is then his head has got 2 covers on it, and that's even more heat. This thing actually has elastic and just kind of goes on his hat like that. So his hat's covering up his head, but so there's not this rag on top of his head now. So it was a good find. We found that in of all places, Durango, Colorado. Three fingers and thumb. I just hope that it gets well quickly, Teresa. Okay, so what we're going to do here is we are going to put a hole in the middle, a ½ inch in, and a ½ inch in. Ta-da! So easy. By the way, guys. What, Angie? No, you're not being rude. What? I don't. A fishing hat. Well, kind of like a fishing hat. I don't know why Angie feels like she's being rude, but you're not. I didn't see anything rude, dear, but if you... Well, and Teresa, honestly, anything that they do always takes at least a year to really get back. If you guys don't have one of these things, okay, let me put it down. This is a centering ruler, and a centering ruler is, give me just a second, guys. I need to check to see if that was, it was. Just a minute. Today is sign up day for bead shows, and I have to answer this message if they need my answer. Okay, they that she does. I'm good. Yay! I have August and September shows. Yay! Sorry, work. But I knew that was a Facebook ping. So, yes, it's hard to be good when it's your hands. This is a Fiskars one. Julie says she's got the Tim Holtz one. It's the only one she could find. This is a Fiskars one. It's 14 inches, so it works almost all the time on everything. So but I use this thing a lot, and I really like it because it's gridded like a quilting ruler. So it has 1/4 inch grids this way as well as in the center and on the edges. That way it's even more divided. So that's something I do use a lot. This is a product I would say if you don't have a lot of stuff, this is one that really helps me. So, and this is another one, but there are other ways to punch holes. I just really love this one. And I know you can't see what I'm doing, but I'm actually punching a hole in this card because then I can use it. Yeah, I use mine a lot. This when you punch down, it has a hole punch right there. See? Gonna start GoFundMe to buy electric die cutting machine. Just kidding. Teresa, I have wanted one for years, but I can't justify it. I just can't. I just don't know why, but I just, for some reason. All right, now then, here's the thing I got to remember. This is the back page. This is the front page. So, the other thing is, if you can believe it, my postcards are not the same size as the ones I bought. I'll show you in just a minute. This doesn't want to. There we go. Yeah, it's really hard to justify the cost of one of those things. All right. See here, look at this one. This one is way smaller. So when you put them in, and that's another thing, there's a lot of the store-bought ones are taller. So what my plan is to line up the bottom and the end with the holes. And that way, whatever size they are, the irregularities will be at the top and on this end. You have the awl. Another thing you can get is, okay, Linda's got to go walk. You got to climb stairs right now? She's doing real well. She's been climbing stairs a couple times a day and everything. I was real surprised. They sent her home almost right away. Adding a strip along the back for the holes. No, Teresa, I am not going to add a strip along the back for the holes. These cards are pretty much heavy enough without any problem. The holes will end up being in the address portion. I'll show you on this one. I just punched into there, and because this is a single sheet binding. The thread shows, but you can still see the front of my cards. And the holes on the back end up, so I can still read my whatever journaling I did or whatever I told Mom about. I can still read it because the holes are punched into the address. 2 millimeter. I have a small hole punch too. I actually have a couple of them, and I'm going to tell you that honestly, it might be easier to do that with this. I may think about that. Let me see what it does. This is a jewelry hole punch. I actually have. This is a 2 millimeter hole punch standard. It's a 1/16 of an inch, not 2 millimeters. A 1/16 of an inch, and you can buy these at like Hobby Lobby. Okay. This one you can also get usually in the jewelry department. Not this particular brand, but similar. This is for punching metal in. Oh, I'm going to use the small one, Teresa. If I use the big bite, I will use the small hole. It's let me show you what this hole does. See, that's a 1/16 of an inch. And this one's closer to an 1/8 of an inch. Now, the one reason I do like this one is I can pass the threads through it without tearing up the hole with my needle. Bye, Angie. Have a good day. The big bite is what I'm probably going to use just because I don't want to wear my hand out trying to punch these holes. It would be deep enough. I could definitely do it. But this one, you can usually get one of these. Give me 1 second. I have my little metal pieces here. And I'll show you. You can actually, with this thing, you can punch holes through the piece of metal. Okay, which way do I want that to hang? I want it to hang this way. Sometimes it's hard to get off, but it punches. Come off, come off, come off. There we go. So, see, I punched a hole right through this pressed penny. You have trouble lining up where to punch? That's why I'm going to mark them, Cheryl. But so this might be easier to line up because you can see where to punch the holes. And it will definitely punch the cardstock. But I probably am going to use my big bite. I have this whole thing. And I actually use it to draw little circles. And then I lay it under here. And I bring the punch down right where the little circle is. Move out of the way. The only thing is that one I drew on sort of a dark area, so. You kind of have to look at it sideways. Yep, can't see the holes. There you go. But by having this like that, then I just kind of eyeball it. And it usually works out pretty well. And that's what I did to do these. So it worked out pretty well. I think that's what I'm going to do. What Tanya's doing, yeah. But this, I just took the same size index card, and I'll be punching it. So now I have my back and my front, and now I'm just gonna sit here and hopefully line these up. Because see, they're gonna be off just a touch. So the side and the back. I'm gonna need 2 pins because that's a black spot. So by doing it with a white pin, I'll be able to see it. Yeah, Cheryl, that can be one thing, is about having it where you can see what you're doing. I have to sit sort of in front of it. I can't see it from on top. Sometimes you have to use a white pen. That's just the way it's going to work. Okay, hon. I'm glad you guys came. Glad you came, Cheryl. Teresa's going to make hers later. Yay. Yeah, see, even my cards are not all of them 4x6. Not anymore. And see, this one was a store-bought one. It's an 1/8 of an inch shorter and almost an 1/8 of an inch taller. So you just, I hole punched on the back would be the same. Yes, and they're all white on the back, Julie. Such a smart girl. Yes, yes. Yes, so my black ink pen would write on everything, wouldn't it? Yeah, but that's almost as hard to see. I think. Hi, Dana. Welcome, welcome. Yep, Teresa, you should have. Now, I do go prepared to make the postcards. That's one of the things. I go with blank postcards. I have my Mod Podge and stuff all ready so that, you know, I'm ready to make them. When do I want to jelly print? You want to play? Okay. How about I talk to Lisa, Barbara? Oh, I have sort of a teaser to tell y'all. Lisa, are you here? I should have told you this great idea sooner. Okay, honey. I thought I had showed everybody my book over a year ago. Oh, how about that? Lisa, are you still here? But if I didn't, yes. Okay, shall we tell them our teaser thing? Lisa's here. We're going to tease you. Guess what we're going to do again? Guess what we're going to do again? Lisa, is your company gone? Can you talk later tonight? You forgot. Okay, I should remind you. Okay, Teresa, I'll try to remind you next trip you take. What? Marathon. That's pretty close, Anne. Okay. Okay, well we'll talk. Barbara, I'll talk to Lisa about it tonight about when we want a jelly plate. Okay. Anne's pretty close with a marathon. I guess that's what you would call it. We're going to do another 24-hour streamathon. Yay! Okay, okay. We will tell you more about it on Tuesday. Okay. More Tuesday. That's my teasing thing because, you know, I'm not going to tell you when it's going to be. I'm going to tease you about it. But you have to wait 3 months so you can play 2. Oh, well, I can't wait 3 months. We might have to do it again, Teresa. Because you're tight. Are we a glutton for punishment? Uh-huh. Yep. We are pretty much a gluttons for punishment. It was fun. We had fun. Okay, that one slid. I don't like where that one is. And did it the last time. Yep. It was fun. We'll tell you more on Tuesday. Okay, I'm supposed to tell Teresa in 3 months when we can do a jelly plate. Yeah, because she has to be a good girl, so she can't really jelly plate very well. Okay, I think I better punch a few of the holes so that I don't get too far. Yeah, I would think your hand wouldn't let you right now. You would not want to be pushing your hand that way. Barbara can't be social that long. Well, we did get a little silly. Towards the end, I think we got a little silly. But we can definitely jelly plate again in 3 months, Teresa. So, but you know what, guys? I'm going to have to excuse myself for a minute. I will be right back. I'm going to finish this one. Yeah. And I'll be right back, okay? Sorry, here. Let me give you something fun to look at. I hope that's fun to look at. I'll be right back. Sorry, guys. I'm back. Oh, I love Morning Glories too. Yes, I'm okay. Just hot. Just hot. I will have to go through and put these back in order because, needless to say, making the holes always takes them out of order. And you do this binding from the back to the front most of the time. So the nice thing about this silly punch that I just love is that it does not take much to go through. Even these heavier cards that you think might be hard to go through, they're not. No, not in garden. Mine climb the front of your house. Oh, cool. Thank you, Linda, though. Julie, I think that's what I did to my neck. My neck and shoulder are killing me the last 2 days. I think I must have slept on it wrong. That's the only thing I can figure. I've never had it hurt like that from making beads before, so I may be wrong. It may be from making beads, but I don't think so. I do know I'm out of practice from making beads. You know, I haven't used those muscles in 3 months. So using them a couple of days in a row might have done it, but I don't think so. I have something called hibiscus rosella, which is the same thing. They also call it, here they call it Jamaican sorrel. And I have a friend who calls it red sorrel, but it's not what I understand to be red sorrel. So it's something different, but it's they use it to make hibiscus tea, and it's in raspberry tea, and it has the prettiest flowers. They're big. They're the shape of a morning glory, and yeah, Julie, I think it could be that's what happened. Or they're sort of the shape of a morning glory, but they're white with a pink edge. They're just really pretty. They're not as big this year as they were last year, but they haven't grown as long. So the ones last year were 4 or 5 feet high, and these are only about 3 feet high so far, but I've already had tea off of them 5 or 6 times. So they make a sort of a fruity, raspberry, citrusy kind of drink or tea. It was too hot and wet this morning to go outside. I have to go out later. Mary liked my this is one of my campground ones where it shows which spot we were staying in. These are for RVs 38 plus and towing. That's when we don't want to undo, when we don't when we're just stopping for the night and we don't want to unhook the Jeep. Okay. Now, hopefully it's good. We're hoping. We're hoping. It was hot by the time I got up this morning, Mary. Oh, Linda, are you allergic? I don't have a problem with bees, but I would not want to have them around the house if I was. But yes, Mary, it's been hot here too. Summer is officially here. Yep. We definitely, and it's sticky. It poured again last night. We had a storm again last night. So that one didn't mark. Ha, neither did that one. We had a lot of rain last night. Thunder and lightning, all kinds of lovely stuff. It was lightning real well when we came home out over the Gulf. But they said the storm was coming from the south, so it's kind of an odd. No, storm was coming from the north, not from the south. Our weather usually comes in from the southwest. So it comes in off the Gulf and then comes at us. Okay, now this is interesting. This one, the cancellation mark is on the front. Stamp wasn't. It is good, Mary. We've gotten so much of it though. A lot of things here are having issues because we've had too much. Now my garden's fine, but I have my garden in raised beds. But some people are having issues with too much water. And then we have friends in Canada, and they don't have any water. They're having such a horrible drought that they're probably not going to have any garden at all. And they usually have a big garden. So, and Lisa got some rain recently. Thank you, Teresa. Yes, thumbs would be nice. Oh, Linda, I'm sorry that you're... Okay, now here's where we have an issue. This is a good thing to show. Yeah, it would be, you know, I'm glad that I am not allergic to bees. Okay, so this card is so skinny that if I put it all the way down to the bottom, it does not catch the top hole. So what I'm going to have to do is put it in the middle and do my best to get the holes even, because this card is so tiny. This is one of the store-bought ones. And I'm going to tell you guys, one of the reasons I started making my own postcards was because one of the first trips we ever took, I couldn't buy postcards of all the different things we were doing. The okra is finally coming up. I didn't plant okra. It takes a little more space than I have. You know, we love okra, but thank you, Linda, and everybody else for your thumbs. We've had okra in the past, not here, but when we used to live out where Jeff's brother lives now, we had okra. Somebody stopped one day and stripped all the leaves off our okra plants. If anybody has seen okra growing, you might know why they stripped all the leaves off our okra plants. They apparently didn't know they were okra. At the same time, it's kind of odd that they would think that I would plant something like that in my front yard. Hi, Janice. Welcome, welcome. I'm doing the holes for my little postcard book today so that I can maybe get this accomplished. When I do get it accomplished, guys, I will do a an actual flip of all of the cards so that you can see them. It won't take long to do a video flip of it. Oh, Hollyhock family. Yeah. Both will do good here this year, you think? Yes, in the heat. They definitely will. Okra likes the heat. I don't know if our friend's cousin planted any okra. One year he brought me okra. He had such an overabundance of it. He brought okra. That's where I first learned about the Seminole pumpkins, but I won't put those in until, I think September is when I have to put those in. Pumpkins don't like the heat we have here. So your peppers if you've got peppers in, Mary, with the heat we're having this year, they ought to do real well too. The pepper that I overwintered in a pot, because peppers are actually a perennial if they don't freeze. The one I overwintered in a pot, actually, it has given me several peppers already. And I should have banana peppers ready today. I don't know. I'll have to see. Okras, tomatoes, radish, carrots, greens. Oh, I like green tomatoes and okra fried together. I've never fried them together, but man, I love green tomatoes. Yeah, peppers ought to do very well. Don't know when, probably. A Grove pepper challenge? I don't know what that is exactly. Yep, someone stole the leaves off of my okra plant. They thought it was something else. Not at this house. We used to have our garden in the front yard out where Perry lives, and it was like that because the backyard was so wet. So we put the garden in the front yard. And somebody went down the road one day and apparently thought we had something else besides okra growing in the yard. And they took our plants, our leaves. Dana, I don't know what a Grove pepper challenge is, but you'll have to tell me because now if it means that they were trying to eat hot peppers. Grove peppers are a small pepper and they are really hot. They ate as many as they could. Aha! Well, my child likes hot things, spicy things, but he likes them to have flavor. So I don't know that he would eat as many as he could. He would want to eat them. Come on, make a mark. Apparently you're not going to. Not okra smoking. Yep, that's what they thought, Mary. Yep. That's what they must have thought. Okay, I am going to punch a few now for a little bit. Gage said it wasn't nice. Oh, I'm quite sure, Dana. Yep, yep. That's funny. How old were they, Dana? Old enough to know better? Probably. They probably were old enough to know better. Yep, Janice. Yep, marijuana. Yep. That's what they thought they were. That's what they kind of have that similar look. That's the thing. But they don't grow the same. And like I said, they were in the front yard. Why would anybody think I was stupid enough to put that in my front yard? They were 9 or 10. Oh my goodness. Hi, Kathleen. Welcome, welcome. I am doing the boring stuff of punching holes in my postcards. You guys are getting to watch me do something really exciting and fun. But my brain cells were on they weren't thinking real well for doing my Lisa, did you see my iCAD? Oh yeah, Lisa saw my iCAD because she told me I needed to stop. So yeah, that's true. They put it on YouTube. Oh my goodness, Dana. Yeah, Kathleen, you got here just in time to watch holes get punched. It's better than paint drying. Oh, there were a couple of days I sent 2 postcards to Mom because when we were in Dinosaur, we went a couple of different places, and the bookstore had a postcard that I just loved. I wonder if I can find that one in this little pile. Yes. Isn't this the coolest? Yes, I made it. You make nice little dots. I made a template. I'll show you in just a second. Isn't that the coolest postcard? That is a leaf fossil, but to me it looks like a hummingbird. Oh, yes, and I am looking at, I get to look at the side of it. So when I have marked it, let me move these out of the way. I've marked it with these little dots. Then I tip it, and I can watch it come down and hit the dot. And for me, that seems to work better than anything else as far as getting them accurately punched. I know that this has a slide where you can punch it, you can put it in place, but it's just been one of those things where that doesn't really work for me. This works much better. I can watch it come down, and I can make it actually hit the little holes. I'll show you my guide. Just one second. Oh, since there's several more of you here than was here earlier, where are they? Okay. If you have an ollie near you, bird with a skirt, yes. Bird with a skirt. A professional YouTuber. Yeah, that's what Lisa and I, Mary, and we're all professional YouTubers. Ha, 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 ha. Yeah, and we make you watch me punch holes. If you have ollies near you, this is not my favorite glue stick by any means. It's Elmer's Extra Strength Glue Stick Permanent Bond, but it is like a number 2. Hey, you know, and when you can't get hold of these extreme glue sticks, these are not too bad. And Ollie's had them for $1.29 a piece. I know with a small pot you can look through the tip. Yes, that's true, Janice. So I just wanted to let everybody know that those are out there. Lisa's Ollies did not have any. Here, I'll show you. This is, I just line it up with the bottom and the right side. Did I put that on the right side? Yes. Okay. And then I actually make a little circle like that. And then, can you see the little circles? There's one right there, and one right there, one right there. Yes, I'm sure. I didn't see, and I don't think Ollie's was in, I don't think Omaha had an Ollie's either, Mary. It had something in it. I couldn't see what I was doing. And Lisa's Ollie's did not have them. So, you know, not every Ollie's has them. Oh, you saw that part. Okay. So Lisa's didn't have it, but I just thought I'd mention them because that makes them pretty reasonable. Like I said, I still like the extreme ones better, but they're sometimes hard to get and sometimes pretty pricey. I have not found any in Walmart's in a long time. Of course, I don't go to Walmart very often. So I think the whole time we were on our trip, we went to Walmart's once. Oh, I shouldn't say that. Jeff had to go while we were in Amarillo. Our Ollie's, Dana, didn't have, I thought it was a little empty the other day, but I think they're having trouble getting employees. They are having a big employee push right now. My hand's going to get tired here in a minute. And that's one reason to switch back and forth. Don't forget, guys, that we're working on our black and white journal. Oh, that's another thing. When Helen and I were in Dollar Tree the other day, Dollar Tree has some pretty big cards. They have some regular playing cards that are right about this size. And they come from the same company that the giant ones that Lisa and I had. They have that same red back on them. So if you don't have a deck of cards that you want to work on for a journal, they do have the pretty big cards at Dollar Tree. Now, Lisa and I honestly have questioned our thought pattern with those giant pages because neither one of us normally work that big. So it's kind of a challenge for us to work quite that big. So, and I have plenty of little cards, and I may even have a Dollar Tree package of those, the ones that are close to 4x6. And I'm probably going to make some little what do I want to call those? Journal cards and things like that to tuck into this black and white journal. Yeah, jumbo size playing cards. They were pretty big. Teresa, that's probably the storm we had last night. It thundered and lightning didn't last very long, not near as long as we expected it to last, but it was a while. I thought the postcards did pretty well this time. There weren't too many of them that were tore up. Somebody got one of Becky's postcards with the googly eyes on it. I don't know who it was, but somebody's avocado with the googly eyes actually got there. Bye, Mary. Glad you got to pop by here. Teresa, I think I got them all. I do. That was one of the things I was checking because I didn't want to make the book, and if I thought there was a bunch that I hadn't gotten, I had thought, well, maybe I'll just wait. But I went through the dates, and the 3 days that I don't have cards for were, I actually wrote on the next day, Mom, I didn't send you a card for yesterday because I was bad and I did this or I did that. That we were just exhausted by the time we got there. As a matter of fact, the day that I had lunch with Mary, we had such a long day. We had not intended to drive as far as we ended up driving that day because we were having issues with being able to get a campground. There are no campgrounds in Omaha to speak of. There's a couple out towards Lincoln, but that's so far away from our son that we really wanted to stay closer to town. So we pushed really hard that day to get to Omaha, and then Brandon came out and had dinner with us. Send a card from Lisa's. Yes, I actually sent Lisa, were we there 4 or 5 days? I'm looking here first. I sent that one from Amarillo, this one from Amarillo, that one, this one. This is Palo Duro Canyon, I think. Yep, that's Palo. So that's 5. I sent 5 cards from Amarillo. Yep. Yay, Cheryl got her holes punched. I sent 5 cards from Amarillo. So yeah, we were there for several days. So now the last one, well, yeah, I think I did. I think I walked over and sent it the last night we were there, because the campground had an outgoing mailbox. Not all campgrounds are smart enough to have an outgoing mailbox. I was real surprised at that. Cheryl got her holes punched. She's ready for the next step, and I'm not ready. But I think the day that I had lunch with Mary, and we drove a hard. That was a hard day, because the campground that we wanted to stay in Omaha, only had a few spaces, and they did not take reservations. So we had to get there. We got there, and there were 2 spots left. Jeffrey's throwing stuff on the floor today, apparently. There were only 2 spots left, and we got one of the last 2 spots. That's how lucky we were to get a spot. So it was one of those. That was why we drove really hard sort of to get there, because we were afraid that if we didn't get there that day, then we wouldn't get a spot. And it would have been the case, because there wasn't any spots for 3 or 4 days. So, okay, Lisa. Cheryl, are you going to sew it or do the binding? Lori from over at Paint Girly messaged me. I think it was Lori messaged me yesterday. No, it might have been Violet. That was wondering how to do that binding that I use all the time. I can't remember who it was. Somebody, but they're going to use it for something they're doing. Oh, that is going to be hard to see. I keep changing what I'm using to make these dots. So, yeah, this was a real exciting day too. We went to the Asian market. We went out to dinner at a Kino place. And sometimes they just don't have postcards for that kind of stuff. That was when we went to Iowa. You can see our path. But I was good, and I sent Mom a card every day. She said that they did not come all in at the same time. That was one of the things that she thought was really odd. They came in, they would come in 2 or 3 at a time. She thought that was kind of strange. She'd get 2 or 3 in one day and then nothing. But see, I would mail them on Sunday. You know, even if it was Sunday, I'd still mail them, and so they might not go out from the post office until Monday. And then Monday's card would go in there too. So pamphlet stitch. Oh, so you're okay. So you actually made signatures. Somebody, I think it was Laura's, might have been Laura's, watching the other day, is doing Japanese stab binding on something. It may have been on the travel hop video. I don't remember. Oh. I watch, and if it's sometimes I don't remember what I watch or who I'm watching. I have to write it down if I want to remember it. Okay. All right. I'm getting there, guys. I'm getting there. This is a lot of, I didn't realize how many holes are to punch. Okay, we have 6. Who's good at math? 60 cards times 3 holes in each card. Let's see. that'd be 6 times 30. 6 times 3 is 18. I think that's like 180 holes. Is that correct? Just what I really wanted to do is punch 180 holes. Which is all right. I'm probably going to go pretty soon. I am getting tired and my neck is starting to hurt. I think maybe I should just yeah, I'm done with that. I can't do any more of that. My neck is starting to really hurt. Okay, what I was going to do is just kind of show you what we did today. And then I'm probably going to go because my neck is hurting. Signatures. Got my fingers crossed. Hope it works. Okay, well, it'll if it doesn't work like they think it's going to work, that's okay. It's allowed to work a different sometimes. Okay, so where is my little birds? These are my little birds. Okay, Lisa said be right back, but she didn't say she's back yet. I have to show her the little bird stencil. If you weren't here in the beginning when I did this page, guys, I got 2 new little stencils at Dollar Tree Friday. One of them is this little bird. Isn't that pretty? I really like it. It's got really cute little birds, and they're tiny. So they will work really good on ATCs and stuff like that. And then these are little tiny flowers that will work really good on the same thing. So, and I got those at Dollar Tree. But I used the bird stencil and the flower stencil to make our possibility page. And I made birds. Is that the page? No. Okay. I think I still have plenty of empty pages in here to work on, so we should be good for several more months. Thank you, Teresa. Okay, honey, don't worry about. Just be good. I'm glad that you were here for as long as you were here. Oh, my ink bled through that paper. I'll have to pay attention to that next time. That paper, let it go through. Anyways, have a good afternoon, Linda. And then I made my iCAD for the day, which is this one. And I kind of have to hold it sideways for you to really see for starters, the paper was kind of metallic. I'm glad you came, Linda. Thanks, Teresa. I like the little birds. And so I made this iCAD today, which I really liked. I think that came out really well. So I was glad you were able to too. Don't forget Lisa's on tomorrow night, and I'm getting ready to get off. Lisa's on tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Central Time. And then we will be back on my channel on Tuesday at 2 p.m. And we'll tell you a little bit more about our 24-hour live stream. Streamathon, whatever you want to call it. Thanks, Kathleen. I thought it came out pretty cool, too. It doesn't show when I lay it down. You kind of have to look at it sideways to see it in this. And then Thursday will be on Lisa's channel at 2. So Tuesday on my channel at 2, Thursday Lisa's channel at 2. Barbara, I will talk to Lisa about when we want to do a jelly play session. Excuse me. I'm sorry, guys. Oh, we're out, I guess. I think that's all. Is there anything else I should tell everybody? I can't think of anything. Mary usually comes on Sunday night too. So now I don't know if she's going to be on tonight or not, and she's gone. She's been working in the garden, guys, so I don't know if she'll be on. Yeah, a good day for a nap. As hot as it is, it's a good day for a nap. When I got up earlier, I turned the air conditioner down. I was hot. So, anyways, I love y'all. I am really glad you were here. Metallic, watercolor, same thing. It doesn't show up. Yeah, Kathleen, I agree. I don't think the metallics show up, and part of that is light and web cameras and stuff like that. Yes, Lisa, but before you go, I wanted to show you my little page. Isn't that cute with the little birds? That's a new little stencil from Dollar Tree. Little bird stencil. And a little flower stencil. Barbara was coveting my birds, she said. So, anyways, love you guys. I'll talk to you all later. Lisa, I'll text you in just a few minutes, okay? Bye-bye, guys.